One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. You just closed up a 4-year term on the baseball championship committee. You were chair during the 15 and 16 stretch. As you reflect back on that experience, what are your most, let's say, notable takeaways, both professionally and for the sport?
I think what I took away was, we work in an industry that is sometimes overshadowed by questions about our mission, how we go about our business, whether we are staying within the realm of amateur athletics, and there are sometimes people choose to see the glass half empty and the cynical side of the world we're in. And I think my experience on that committee and seeing the process of the selection of teams that were deemed worthy to reach postseason play and navigating the regionals, the super regionals, Omaha to the championship segment, the final 2 or 3 games, restored a sense that we're doing a lot of things right, and we are providing a great experience for our student athletes, in this instance specifically in the sport of baseball, and people within that process are doing the best they can to provide that great experience and those great memories to hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. And so I take that away, that it renews and refreshes and brings me personally back to center, that there is a lot of good that in the world of college athletics today, and we need to continually remind ourselves of that.
Is the job of committee members for baseball and softball, having at your fingertips so many games on TV in those sports now, but also online, of course, does that make the lives of those on the committee more thoroughly prepared to select who goes in the field from an at-large standpoint?
I think it does. I think you're evolving from a day that was really paper-driven to a day that we capitalize on technology and information and data that is combined with the opinions of those professionals and those coaches in those regions, in those regional advisory committees. And, sometimes you can have too much data. Sometimes you can get lost in that sea of numbers. And you need to pull back and really hone in on, okay, what are our most significant indicators, and of these 8 teams in consideration for those last 5 spots, how are we separating? And is that fair, and is it objective, and is it logical? So I think more information is good. I think it does present a challenge because you have to sort and filter and prioritize. But I do give a lot of credit to the committee members, but also the NCAA staff and statisticians involved that help us break down all of that data and all of those numbers.
With all this conversation for men's basketball around the introduction of additional data points outside of the RPI, which maybe many would argue are needed, do you have a concern that plays into other sports in the future and making the task you just described way more difficult if we have additional metrics to be used?
Well, potentially, but if there's additional information provided, I think it would be advisable to provide some type of a weight to those measurements, and so there is a consistency throughout the committee and throughout the years of the process in which this is, of these 9 additional data points or of this matrix, these are the 3 that we have determined are the most influential. The next 3 are a step down but still in consideration, and the next 3 are a degree or 2 away from the others. And I think as long as that is done, it helps with, as I said, continuity and consistency and fairness, not only within a particular year's selection process, but from year to year to year to year as people rotate off the committee and new people come on.
And that's today's One Question, brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996. One Question is designed to give D1 Ticker subscribers valuable insights on how executive leaders in college athletics think about key issues on their respective campuses, in their departments, or within their leagues and conferences. One Question is brought to you by Turnkey Search, a top industry search firm since 1996.